till I get my money right.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have QNT Quant up on the screen. This is going back to that last high back there in early December of 2024, the daily price chart. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to dive into some of this stuff over here, the shorter term price action, figure out what's going on, where are we headed, what are some strong supports and some resistances. I do have an alt season video out for QNT. Head over to my X or YouTube. It'll give you waves 3, 4, and 5, which is what we're currently waiting on right now. So first things first, let's jump into a wave count here on this recent price action. So when I say waves 3, 4, and 5, you kind of understand where I'm going with that. Certainly looks like here you had a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. We had this settle back down, barely set a new high, and then come and double tap that low. So this right here, you would have thought initially would have been the start of wave 3 on the macro. Let me make this black. You would have thought initially this was the start of wave 3 on the macro, but it did roll over long and drawn out. And again, with how low it came, what actually ended up happening is this is a complex correction. We talk about Elliott Waves all the time in my group. Go check that out. And what this ends up happening is we have a WXY correction. This whole thing is the wave 2. And so right now, waiting on wave 3 to kick off, want to see it definitely clear like that 134 level. All right, so from an Elliott Wave count, that's what we're looking for. Waiting on 3, 4, and 5. You can go check those targets out. Right now, certainly appears like wave 2 is wrapping up, right? Because we're up off those lows. Let's see this thing continue. The macro market looking good right now. On this way down here, you could see certainly looks like we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Certainly looks like it was a 5-wave move down for QNT. You could also say, you could look at it like this too. It could be an A, B, C. A, B, C in between. A, B, C in between. You could look at it like that too. Either way, that is a drawdown. I'd probably, with how long it took and how deep it went, for me personally, I'm looking at that as kind of a 5-wave move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And so where are we at now within that larger picture? Let's start to find some supports and resistances here for QNT. Looking at this guy right now sitting on top of the 382 here on the macro, you can see that's where wave 4 actually closed. We had a lot of stuff happening in this area as well. A lot of price action. Right, yeah. Right, bounce, 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 breakdown, back test, breakdown. So right there, and it makes sense too. $102, that's right around $100. $100, nice round number. Retail loves the psychology around nice round numbers like that. So makes complete sense that this is where we found some support. It does feel like a pretty strong support right now, guys. We are breaking below it at the time of recording. A little bit of red in the market right now after a couple great days. But let's see. I like this zone to hold right in here. If it does break down, the next area of interest right there at 93.71. But I'm going to say that this 100 level is the area of interest we're looking for this thing to hold. So 100 strong support. All right, let's make this thing much smaller. Support. All right, there we go. 100 strong support. Okay. Right around here. All right. Real quick, before I continue on, guys, join the Quantum Circle, entries, exit strategy, emotional and mental clarity, 2 daily macro videos. Link to that in the bio. Fun to do all this stuff on Quant, guys, but everything happening on the macro right now, that's what's most important. That's what I key in on every day in my circle. So go check that out. On the entries and exits alone, you'll be making your monthly membership back. All right. So we see right here 100. What are we looking at for some serious resistances here on the way up? I see like all of these tops right here. Make that, make it red. Make it a little fatter. You see all of these right here. That's where the second wave topped up. We also had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits there, right? Come back down, support, bounce, breakthrough. So right around that 120 range, we're talking about support at 100. We're talking about some resistance at the 120. All right. So that definitely an area to pay attention to on the way up. We have been under this 120 since December, right? That is definitely an area we need to take out. We've been chilling down here except for like the month of April. We've essentially been in this range all year. Let's see. March and April. Okay, so 8 months out of the 10, we've been in this range right here. And that's where we're at right now. So not surprising to see it, but we do see strong resistance up there at 120. We do have these two wicks, and the 618 to 786 is typically a danger zone. But guys, I think once we pop through that, we're going to start to see a little bit of momentum here because these wave threes should be going. And they're usually the most violent moving. So real quick, before I let you go, let's take a look at the oscillators on the daily. Up here, hanging out in bullish territory, that's what we need, right? We need the RSI to weave above 60. That leads to price appreciation. We can see that we already had a bullish cross on the MACD. We're up above the 0 line. Back here, once we popped up above the 0 line right there, we were all up, right? On the MACD. So let's see this thing. We got to get higher. If we just pull this out right now, you can even tell we're kind of at a pivotal level because you can draw trend lines on stuff like this too, right? Try to connect as many of the tops. I mean, look, bam, that one. We just hit it. And as we just hit it, we're starting to turn down. So little bit of resistance there. If you even take it back all the way, I mean, now we're really chopping some tops off. Try to get all the reds and blues like that. Still pretty close, right? But even on the RSI, you can tell that we're ready for some relief, guys. That's a 5-wave move in the RSI, right? You can use Elliott waves on that stuff too. So everything looking pretty clean here. Again, battling out this area in here, the 100 to 120 range, but I do think that this thing is going to resolve itself to the upside sooner than later. And on the shorter term, I meant to zoom in on this a little bit earlier. You can tell too, we are pretty much in a, if we try to do as many of the tops as we can, we're right there right now. Let's see. Right, we're right there right now at a moment where this thing could break. We have our support. Even today, wicked above it, got rejected, and we're down in our support zone. So let's see. I know it's bold to say 100's going to hold. If it dips a little bit lower, that's okay. But I still think this is going to be a strong support level. Even if price dips below, you're going to see it get back up into that area. But I mean, you see that trend, that parallel trend line. Let's do this. I'm going to copy and paste it to keep them parallel. You see that parallel trend line. Like, we're just on our way down, right? And obviously it does wick outside of it. I'm trying to get as many of the wicks as I can. This would change if we were just taking the outermost, but I want a general picture. General picture is, guys, we're in the zone right now. We're in the range, pretty close to breaking out. Great things happening on the macro, so let's wait and see for that to happen. Guys, like I mentioned, join the Quantum Circle, real-time trades, access to my portfolio, 2 macro videos a day, a Discord channel, and I teach you how to do TA just like me. Link to that in the bio. If not, just super appreciative you guys are here. If you could follow, like, repost. I want to blast this out to as many people as I can before it's too late. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'll talk to you later.